It's Friday night. You start going to the gym, but you feel like you don't belong there because you're too weak. You look like an idiot. But you don't want to go back to the goon cave with your friends because you'll be the failure they said you were. So in this video, I'm going to give you the 3-step framework I used to kill my fear of failure in the gym, how to find other guys who lift besides just Discord, and how to avoid the feeling that you just don't belong here in the first place after gaining over 22 pounds lean muscle mass working 9 to 5. And honestly, if you weren't afraid of starting out at the gym, or caring what other people think for that matter, you'd be getting shredded so much easier. First, we make failure impossible. We can make getting shredded like playing a video game. It's gonna be easy. All we're gonna do is we're gonna treat everything that we do like leveling up in Super Mario Bros. Or Wii Sports. So drinking more water in the morning to make our muscles look bigger in the evening, going on walks to kill our brain fog in the morning, and eating more bulking or cutting foods depending on our goals, not counting calories, not doing macros, not doing micronutrients, screw all that crap, just eating more foods depending on our goals. This is why so many guys like you are afraid to take their shirt off at the pool. We overcomplicate everything and we see no progress. Second, how to lift without looking stupid in the gym. We want to go to the gym, but we're afraid of what people are going to think of us. First thing you can do if you're lifting really lightweight is use this machine called the Smith machine. You don't need a spot. This way, when you are ready to bench the heavy weight on the bench, you actually have a spotter, but for now, you have low protection on the sides for you. Also, you can go on YouTube with this app called Strong.app, and it will show you the exact form to do, the exact diet to have. Now, it differs from person to person in the quality, but if you know who to look out for, I'll put a couple on the screen, you can generally find really, really good advice that would cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars if you were to go to a real personal trainer. But here's the app, Strong.app. It does everything a personal trainer would do for you. Sets, reps, rest times, it even has advice that shows you how many graphs, how much you lift per week. It shows you how to do it step by step, complete workout programs, because you don't want people thinking, oh, what an idiot, he shouldn't be here, and it's just your second week. Finally, third, here's a sample cardio, fat loss, and workout routine you can follow for beginners with little time. Maybe working 9 to 5, maybe you're going back to school soon, but either way, you don't have time to run from machine to machine not knowing what to do. So here's the 3, 30, 12 workout. 3 miles per hour, 30 minutes, 12% incline, 300 to 400 calories burned in half an hour on the treadmill. If your calves hurt, which is pretty common during this, tone it down to about 8 to 10% on the incline, or just decrease the time you're walking. And second, here's a 45-minute aesthetic workout routine for you to follow, tailored for body weight, dumbbell, and full gym equipment. So you don't need a gym to do it. You can do it whatever you have at home. If you have any questions, join Lazy Maxing. I'll create a program for you, one-on-one, completely for free. Second, how to find gym bros without just asking random guys for a spot, going on Discord, because you know neither of these really don't work. First, go to Reddit, Instagram, meetup.com, wherever you can find people, and just look up this thing called the Founders Running Group, or look up lifting groups. It's a bunch of guys making money, going on a run, and get some coffee, networking cities all over the US. I'm sure there's one in Canada, Mexico, wherever you're at. So instead of gooning for hours today, go on a run, or swim in a lake, or go somewhere you've never been before. Just go on an adventure. You wonder why all these people fail at losing weight and going on runs and counting calories. But you know what? Don't count calories. Don't try to run in circles all day. Have fun. Go somewhere different that you've never been before and actually exercise. Second, actually finding people in the gym. Obviously, the more jacked you get, the more your ego will go up, so the easier it'll be to talk to people. But if you're really introverted, if you really have like this really beta male, nerdy attitude about you that I had when I started out, and I know a lot of people have, it's kind of ingrained into us, here's a step-by-step social interaction routine you can follow week by week. And there's also this guy on YouTube called First Man who has a bunch of great videos on good, strong body language, so you can have the confidence to talk up to people, to talk to other jacked guys in the gym and be excited to work out with them. And finally, 3, being okay with showing your new self to your coworkers and dealing with haters. Because from my experience, it takes people about 6 to 12 months to realize what you've done. So it'll be over here in February, and people won't realize you're jacked until over here in mid-July at a pool party. So during this period, you need to be comfortable with who you are. You need to be comfortable with what you're accomplishing, and you cannot expect the instant gratification that comes from video games, alright? You need to be able to sit down at the end of every day and be, hey, I'm happy I drank enough water today. I'm happy that I'm going for a walk. I'm happy that I'm eating food that I actually like. You have to be able to say, I'm happy I'm doing these things by myself. I don't need their happiness. I don't need them to give me the little thumbs up. I don't need them to be happy for me. No, I'm happy with what I've done. And finally, number 3, dealing with a feeling of, well, I'm just not that kind of guy. Because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that, okay, that's great. I can be so happy, I can be so optimistic about myself, but I'm just not that guy. I'm just not the kind of guy that wants to wake up and go to the gym, take a cold shower. That isn't me. Why am I watching this video? And instead of trying to do more and saying, I have to be this guy that I'm not, don't burn yourself out. Just raise the minimum. Don't try to raise your maximum. All your friends, alright? You were down here on this orange line. If on your worst day, all you do is drink water, then goon for 10 hours. Make it a goal to go on a run, and then it becomes part of who you are. And do whatever you want to do. Listen to David Goggins' motivation, accountability log journal. I did a whole bunch of crap. You really have to just test it out, see what works for you, what makes you happy. Just say, screw it. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to try my best, and I'm going to do whatever I have to do. And if it's really, 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 really hard, just break it down, right? If you have to build a tower, you can't build it, you can't get all these blocks at once. So just make it a goal. Okay, if your big goal right here is I'm going to go to the gym, first just get into your car, then set up the weights, then pick up the weights, and now you're lifting heavy weight at the gym, right? Break it down into small, actionable goals you can take. Second, you need to have a positive mindset when you fail and get back up again. You need to reframe your mind. Don't think, did I lose weight? Think, did I go to the gym? You're in the top 1%. 75% of Americans don't drink enough water. 75% of Americans in a first world country are dehydrated. Just by drinking enough water, you're in the top 25% of people. Finally, switch your mindset. Instead of saying, I have to go to the gym today, say, well, I got to go to the gym today. Instead of saying, oh, he just got lucky, this guy, he just got lucky. Do you think that 5 years ago, I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, oh, yeah, I know I'm going to be that jacked. No, I didn't know. I didn't know anything. I was scared. I was genuinely scared of what I was going to do and how I was going to do it. But I built it up step by step. Just tell yourself, I know that he knows something that I don't. But if I just make a low effort every single day to do these things, I'm going to win too. And if at any point you're like, well, my friends are just better than me. They're having fun. They're together, and I'm all alone. I want to delete this guy, so that's my point. Right? If you're like, well, I'm all alone, and they aren't with me, and they don't want me anymore, are they really having fun? Are they really the people you want to be around? Because if they were, you wouldn't be watching this video. You wouldn't be feeling these feelings, would you? That's it, bro. Just find the small things that make you happy in life. Make it easy. Make it work for you. And keep doing the hard work, especially if you don't feel like it. Mwah.